you're a woman in entertainment, and also like your business card is a little bit of your sexuality as far as like making people feel invited. But when do you say that's enough to where someone's not getting misled into what might be Vanessa's personality, part of the entertainment, the experience? How do you feel?
I think that it comes, I can only stand tall and be who I am and be a woman of integrity and be a woman of class and grace. Yes, I do show my sexuality because that's a part of me and it's a very cute part. But at the same time, I don't think it gets all that confused. I think well, I'll put it this way. I think it gets confused the same way any aspect of my life gets confused. Sometimes people approach me and they're real playful and think that I'm playful like that just because I'm a comic. You got me twisted. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually not. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? I tell jokes for a living. I'm not a joke. You know what I'm saying? So unless you know me, quit fucking joking with me. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. The same aspect, you can see me on a flyer and be like, oh, she has some cleavage, a little low, you know, because I show you one side where it's like, yeah, I can do the corporate, and yeah, I can do this and that, and then, yes, I go to the club and fire it up, and yes, I'm good to look at. Why not get 2 treats? Get some good for your ears and your eyes.
That's always been there, but I guess, what can you tell men? Even though a woman is dressed a certain way or she's given a certain...
I can't tell you anything because every woman's different. Some women are dressed that way for the reason you think. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know.
Is that the blurred lines that maybe?
It ain't a blurred line. It just is to each. Is you need to treat people. I don't know. You need to have one. For men, to me, you should have a particular way that you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? And stuff shouldn't get blurred. It should be very clear when you're making a pass at somebody or when you're doing whatever. I don't think there's anything you could tell somebody except be respectful. And if somebody don't, like you're a vampire, if somebody don't invite you in, you don't come in. You only come in if invited. I don't know how to put that. And clothing isn't an invitation. You know, clothing isn't an invitation. Even me eyeballing you is not an invitation. I need to verbally let you know, unless I'm mute, and then I will sign it to you or write it on a piece of paper. I need to communicate with you that this is what I want to do.
Like, at least from my experience, it seems to be... Some women can be aggressive.
Let me add this too. The other part is if I'm in a work environment, and I think this is where people keep having these blurred lines and issues. If I'm at the club and I'm just kicking it, I'm not at work, I'm not working, you can holler at me if you want to. And I don't understand why women get so up. Why are you out and about? Unless you have on a marriage ring that kind of signals don't speak to me in that way, then I might come and flirt with you. Now the thing where guys in our industry keep asking me questions that I feel are weird, it's like, dude, are we at work? Then don't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell me I look nice, I'll tell you you look nice. But there's no added, you know, what you'll do to me or what you're thinking about me and all this different, or touching me or any of that stuff if we're in a work environment. For comedians, the club sometimes is a work environment. The theater is a work environment. The set is a work environment. This interview space we're in right now is a work environment. So your mind should be on work. And if you can just keep that simple respect, I don't think there's so many questions. You know?
That's definitely, it's like a big topic.
It's a huge topic. I mean,
it's kind of like always been around, and now it's kind of like,
well, I think
it's like a death sentence for some people's careers. Like,
it can be because there was so much, it was so much tolerated for so long that even as women, we played along to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of like, oh, this is how it is. You don't let it go too far, but, you know, a little ass slap here, I'm not going to report it. You know, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Or a little, like he said something slick. Well, everybody said something slick. You know what I mean? And now it's to a point where you can actually say, this has been making me uncomfortable forever. And now I can finally say something about it. So I think this is a wonderful thing of freedom. But I think that there's a certain responsibility on both parties. And that's why, for myself, I teach a self-defense class now, but more than that is I also give an opportunity to teach a bit of a seminar about beautiful boundaries is what I call it, and having boundaries, knowing how to set boundaries and knowing what to do if someone crosses them. You know what I mean? And I think it's a very important thing because a lot of times with women, because I'd say women first because I can only take responsibility for myself. I can't tell a man to do this. I can't tell you not to attack. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to do what you're going to do. I need to know what I stand for and what I'm here about. And so for me, I sometimes set boundaries, before I leave the house, because it might change daily. It might change, depending on the event that I'm going to. But I do need to know what I stand for and what I don't, and what I'm willing to do if somebody was willing to cross that line. And that doesn't mean it's always physical. There's times where we should have left the room a long time ago, but you didn't know what your boundary was because you never said it, so you didn't really understand that someone crossed it. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing as sometimes we'll put ourselves in situations and don't know how to get ourselves out of it because you never set parameters for yourself. It's like having a personal constitution. I, Vanessa Fraction, this is what I stand for. And I can also make amendments to that constitution, but I should always have a personal, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, so that you can call someone to task when they cross that with you.